Does sound loud.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Deputy Supervisor Dave Condon running the meeting tonight. Supervisor Marin is necessarily absent. At this time, I'd like to have everyone please stand for a salute to our flag. Pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. We have three public hearings tonight, and we'll start by having Town Clerk Karen Woodine, if you would, please read the first public hearing.
A notice for the public hearing to establish the Victor Jeep Sewer District and consolidated into the Victor Consolidated Sewer District, scheduled for the 13th day of September at 7 p.m. in the Victor Town Hall, was published in the Daily Messenger newspaper on July 8th, 15th, 22nd, 29th of 2021, and a copy of the said public hearing is available in the town clerk's office.
Okay, I'll open this public hearing to the public. Is there anyone here who would like to speak on behalf, for, or against this proposal? Any town board members have any questions on this public hearing proposal?
No.
Okay. I'll move to close that public hearing.
So moved.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Moving on to public hearing number 2.
A notice for the public hearing to establish the Willis Hill Estates Sewer District and consolidated into the Victor Consolidated Sewer District, scheduled for the 13th day of September at 7 p.m. in the Victor Town Hall, was published and posted in the Daily Messenger newspaper on July 13th, 20th, 27th, and August 3rd of 2021, and a copy of the said public hearing is available in the town clerk's office.
And once again, I will ask if anyone in the public has anything to say for or against this proposal. Seeing no one from the public, any of the board members have any questions or comments?
No questions.
No questions.
Okay, let's move on to, and we'll move on to public hearing number 3.
Gotta close public hearing.
Do I have to close 2?
No.
No, I can go right to 3, I think. Close them all at once, right?
Notice of public hearing, proposed local law prohibiting smoking in certain public places and on town-owned properties, scheduled for the 13th day of September 2021 at 7 p.m. in the Victor Town Hall, was published and posted in the Daily Messenger newspaper on August 27th, 2021, and a copy of the said public hearing is available in the town clerk's office. Written comments were also directed to the town clerk on or before September 13th at 12 o'clock noon.
Does anyone in the public have any comments for or against this proposal? Seeing none, any of our board members have any questions?
No
No
questions.
questions.
Okay, then now I will entertain a motion to close the public hearings.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. I just have one announcement before we get into our regular agenda. In front of you, you have 2 additional resolutions that we'll be voting on tonight. One is the resignation of Martia Avila. He's been a representative to the county planning board, a volunteer position, and it's a 5-year term. He's going to resign from that. We have to vote on that, and then Mike Crowley has asked to serve on that, and the second resolution will be to appoint Mike. Our recommendation would do to appoint him to the Ontario County Planning Board. They meet once a month and look out for the benefit of all of us. So we'll be voting on those at the beginning of our resolution piece. Moving on to the approval of the meeting minutes of August 23rd. May I have a motion to approve the minutes?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. At this time, we have the payment of bills for Manifest 17. I'll ask Town Clerk Karen Bodine to read aloud the abstract of claims, please.
Manifest 17 for 2021 in the amount of $221,383.04 has been reviewed by the Victortown Board with the following accounts charged: General Townwide, General Outside Village, Highway Townwide, the lighting districts of Fishers, Brookwood Meadows, High Point, Cobblestone, Coil Ridge, Rolling Meadows, Stone Lay, and Legacy at the Fairways, and Trust and Agency.
In keeping with our supervisor's request, looking at expenditures that are in the range or exceed $5,000, Deere and Company for highway utility tractor, $63,268.25. MVP Health for September Health Care, $59,770.43. Same for our retiree health care for September, $5,243.09. Diesel fuel of $6,775.86. The lighting district for RG&E of $6,571.53. And the soup coat, the micropave of $12,209.29. The total of the above-mentioned expenditures is $153,838.45. So the total town expenditures minus the previous mentioned expenditures equals $67,544.59. I have a motion to accept the manifest.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Tonight, for privilege of the floor, I see Mr. Harder is here to talk about the Boughton Hill Road Conservation Easement modifications. Welcome, Scott.
How are you?
Good. I think that mic's on, just to make sure
It
it
is.
is.
I turned it on.
Yep, thank you.
Good evening. I'm here representing the buyer of, the proposed buyer of Lot 3 of the O'Neill subdivision, for which a conservation easement was created initially when the map was filed. And since that conservation easement was filed, we had a chance as the site engineers to go out and take a look at the site in more detail. And we noticed some things that may, I don't know if you have all of our information, but we have a PDF that we sent you that outlines.
Yeah, we've got
aerial view.
maps.
There's an aerial view, I think, that depicts it quite well in terms of the proposed conservation easement in blue, the original conservation easement in blue, the proposed conservation easement in white, and the yellow outline, which represents a logging road that went through there that has already cleared trees to date. Additionally, we notice another wetland area over in the southwest area of the parcel that we think would make sense to protect, as with the other two locations. So we're proposing effectively an amended conservation easement to supersede the one that went and was filed originally. We think it's a better fit. It allows the buyer the ability to access their property more completely and without doing additional clearing. It just seems to make a lot of sense to us. And prior to coming here tonight, I went to your conservation board and had a similar presentation with them to speak to the same issues, and they provided us with a summary of our discussion, and I believe that they felt positive about what we were proposing to do from the standpoint that I just mentioned. So I guess the reason I'm here tonight is to solicit your support in making this amendment, if you will, to the original conservation easement. The acreage restricted is still the same. We're not changing that in terms of area. We're just configuring it in what we think to be a better way.
Yeah, I think that's I think that's a big thing, obviously, is the square footage and acreage is, and you've obviously taken a deeper dive into,
Right.
into what looks more feasible and better use of the property. Board members, do you have any questions on this?
No, I was, of course, I'm involved with the Conservation Committee this month, and I watched the presentation, and I actually physically went down and took a peek, and it just, just makes a lot more sense than it did before. It's just blatant, that it's more sensible and better for everybody, better for them, better for the owner, so I have no problem with it.
When we did our survey out there, our topographic survey, and we saw what we saw, we thought the owner might in the future want to put a accessory structure in the rear or whatever, in which case the logging road would be the ideal way to get there, and the current conservation easement encroaches in on that in a couple of areas and restricts it in other areas. So it just kind of made sense. I can appreciate, because I understand in following the work done by others, that there was a rush, if you will, to conclude the subdivision process and get the maps filed. And I think for some of the other lots that don't have 3 small wetland areas and logging roads, probably the conservation easements are okay for those parcels, but this one's just a little more custom and a little more different.
I don't think that the original one took into consideration the logging road, because it, it wasn't part of it then, and now that it's there and was good, it just made it a lot more sense.
Do you feel that it's going to be easily understood by the property owner, the boundaries? Because now you got a variety of kind of angles and turns along the way. I know that in the past, they've had, whether it's a post or a marker, or a boulder, or whatever, to define the lines of the conservation easement. You think that's going to be any kind of problem?
No, actually Al Benedict flagged that as a comment when we got into this a little bit, and we actually had more angle points than you currently see. Right now we have 12 angle points that would need to be monumented. And the owner is aware of that, we're aware of that, and we surprisingly do have good ability when the leaves are down to get to these locations and to establish a marker, and which I believe can be a variety of things. I believe we're just looking at a 6x6 post to install, with a postal digger and a concrete footing.
Heading this way, heading that way, heading this way?
Right.
Yeah.
On the backside where the logging road, and I agree that should be kind of within the property owner's purview, so to speak, but there's a portion of it that's extended outside of the proposed conservation easement line.
What's extending out?
Well, that
Existing
yellow, the
logging
existing
road?
logging road goes outside a little bit there in the back.
Yeah, it does. I mean, they're required to obey whatever we set.
Yep.
Yeah, I have no problem.
So legal, where do we go from here on something like this, at this point?
Actually comes to me to take the existing conservation easement that's been recorded and replace the existing Lot 3 legal description with the new proposed legal description. And then we would simply record that amendment so that the legal description of just this parcel will be replaced with the new ones, but all the conditions and the obligations of the landowner don't change. It's
Right,
simply
remains
just
the same.
changing, everything else remains the same, it's just the footprint of the conservation easement will be modified.
All right,
That would be great.
all right. Any other questions?
No questions.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Scott, if you wouldn't mind, Kevin Overton, we dealt with each other on another transaction.
That's right, yeah.
pleasure to meet you in
On the-
person.
On the Gabions,
Yes.
yeah.
If you wouldn't mind sending, if you can send me this in a Word version, the legal description, then I can just put together the modification for you.
Okay. Thank you all very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. At this point, we are open for any public comments or concerns, if anybody has anything they'd like to offer. No? Okay. Reports of town officials. You have in front of you reports from the Economic Development and Parks and Rec. Any questions or comments on those? No? Anybody need to report on any committees, anything that they've been visiting or seeing or discussing?
Nope.
Okay. Then let's move on to our resolutions. And on, as I said, resolutions, let's take first Marty's resignation as a representative to the Ontario County Planning Board.
So moved.
Second.
We'll wait for Karen, because these are, you got it?
Yep.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, thank you. And then the second one would be the appointment of Michael Crowley for the Ontario County Planning Board representative.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Okay, resolution number 1. Now, this is the acknowledgement of the ARPA funds for the town of Victor and the authorization to create a capital project fund to track those expenditures. May I have a motion to approve this?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. It pleases me that Richard McGrain is here tonight, getting ready to accept the new position. Very impressed with the resume and excited about this for a provisional appointment as a code enforcement officer. And I'm looking for a motion to approve this.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Welcome, Richard. Looking forward to working with you. Amendment number 3, or resolution number 3, I should say. This is a provisional appointment of another familiar face, Michael Stockman, as a recreation supervisor. Mike's in the audience here tonight. Very pleased to put this up. Very happy that Mike has accepted this position. And as we make our move to rebuild our rec program and get things back on the track that we want it to be, have a resolution to approve this resolution?
So moved.
Second.
That was a tie.
Give it to-
Flip a coin. All right, Mike's closer. Your right ear's better.
What? Hey.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I'd like to say, Mike, that it's not easy in the COVID, and I appreciate your commitment to the town and coming back, and I thank you for holding on and returning to us. I really do. I sincerely say thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Mike.
Michael.
Absolutely. Resolution number 4. This is amend resolution, this is an amended resolution agreement with Mark Rust. Services rendered. Now we provide payment.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Number 5, this is the accept the Victor Consolidated Sewer District Extension Engineers Report proposed for County Road 9 District, the address 378 as complete, and schedule a public hearing.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. And then also, number 6 is order the public hearing establishing the Willis Hill Estate Drainage Improvement Area for a public hearing on that. Number 6, I'll entertain a motion.
So moved?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Good. We've had our public hearings on the last 3. We'll vote on them separately because I think they, do they all have to be a roll call?
No, just the local
Just a local law. So 7 is the establishment of bringing Victor Jeep Sewer District into the Victor Consolidated Sewer District. I'll entertain a motion for that.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Resolution number 8, this would be the establishment of the Willis Hill Estates Sewer District and consolidation of the same into the Victor Consolidated Sewer District. May I have a motion to approve?
So moved?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. And then the local law, to create Chapter 169, the smoking in certain town properties prohibited. This will be a roll call vote, but I need a motion to approve, please.
So moved.
Second.
Okay? You do the roll call, Karen? All in favor?
Aye.
Deputy Supervisor Condon.
Yes.
Councilman Kohovic.
Yes.
Councilman Guinan.
Yes.
Councilman Cusimano.
Yes.
Okay, and then the last resolution would be the petition for New York State Department of Transportation, evaluate the speed limit on Aldridge Road. As we know, it's gotten a little busier over there, and I'm looking for a motion to approve this.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Do we have any additional public comment before we adjourn into executive session? Okay, so I will ask,
You're going back into it?
we're going to go back into executive session because we didn't get everything done that we wanted to.
Oh, all right.
So we're going to go back into executive session after we say our goodbyes. And I'm going to say that let's go into executive session in 5 minutes in case anybody needs a restroom or anything like that. And I would ask, alls we need are our board members. I'll ask Tina to stay and Rich. And that's all that we need for the executive session.
Okay, so we'll need to go into executive.
So I need a motion to go into executive session at 7:28, 7:30, we'll say 7:30. Yes?
So move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Thank you for coming.